Parallel Code Review with GitHub Copilot CLI. In this blog post, Parallel Code Review with GitHub Copilot CLI for Faster PRs, we will walk through a practical way to run several AI-assisted review passes at the same time, directly from your terminal. The goal is simple: reduce review bottlenecks, raise code quality, and help your team spend human attention where it matters most. High-level, Parallel Code Review means you don't ask one reviewer, human or AI, to look at everything in a single linear pass. Instead, you split the review into focused lenses: correctness, security, performance, readability, and tests, and run those lenses simultaneously. GitHub Copilot CLI makes this approachable because it can analyze your local changes and provide feedback before you even push a commit. It's not a replacement for peer review. It's a force multiplier that helps humans review better and faster. What is GitHub Copilot CLI, and what technology powers it? GitHub Copilot CLI is a terminal experience that connects your prompts and your local code context to an AI agent that can answer questions and analyze changes. GitHub describes it as an AI agent you can use interactively, a session in your terminal, or programmatically, single-shot prompts. It is currently in public preview and subject to change. Under the hood, the main technology is a large language model, LLM-powered agent that can read and reason about code and diffs, then produce structured feedback. The CLI also supports a permissions model, what tools it can run and what it can access, so you can keep control of your environment. GitHub's docs note features like context management and a dedicated /review command to analyze code changes prior to committing. Why parallel reviews work, especially for busy teams. Faster feedback loops. Developers get actionable comments while they still have the code open. Less reviewer fatigue. Humans focus on architecture, product intent, and tricky edge cases. More consistent standards. Each lens can enforce your conventions repeatedly. Better risk coverage. Security and performance concerns don't get lost in styling comments. Prereqs and setup. You have a couple of options to run Copilot from your terminal. GitHub CLI can download and run the Copilot CLI via preview behavior. In practice, you'll want GitHub CLI authenticated for your org user, GitHub Copilot Access, Pro, Business, Enterprise, depending on your environment, a local repo with a clean working directory, or at least clear diffs you intend to review. Quick start. The core idea: run multiple review passes at once. The Copilot CLI includes a command for analyzing code changes. That's perfect for pre-commit or pre-push checks. To make it parallel, we run multiple review prompts concurrently, each with a specific purpose. Think of it as a review checklist turned into separate workers. Correctness reviewer: logic errors, edge cases, broken flows. Security reviewer: injection risks, auth-z, auth-n mistakes, secrets. Performance reviewer: N1 calls, slow loops, expensive queries. Maintainability reviewer: naming, complexity, duplication, readability. Test reviewer: missing tests, brittle tests, missing failure cases. A practical workflow for parallel review using your local diff. Start by generating a clean diff that the AI can reason about. A simple approach is to capture the diff into a file and feed it to multiple prompts. Now run several Copilot sessions in parallel. The exact CLI flags can evolve. The product is in preview, so keep the idea stable. Multiple prompts, same diff, different lens. Finally, merge results into a single AI review packet your team can use. How to use the built-in review experience interactive. If you prefer a guided flow, use the interactive terminal session and the command to analyze changes before you commit. This is great when you want to iterate, apply a fix, rerun review, and keep going until the feedback quiets down. Team guardrails so it stays useful, not noisy. Make prompt specific. Find auth bypass risks in these handlers. Beats review my code. Require evidence. Ask for file line references and concrete examples. Decide what humans own. Architecture, product intent, and trade-offs stay human-led. Keep permissions tight. Only allow what Copilot needs. Avoid blanket approvals unless you truly trust the environment. Where this fits in the broader GitHub review ecosystem. Parallel review with Copilot CLI is most valuable before you open a pull request or while you're polishing it. It reduces churn and makes your PR description cleaner. Then your human reviewers can focus on the parts AI is weaker at: system behavior, business logic intent, and long-term maintainability decisions. Next steps you can implement this week. Create a small prompt library, correctness, security, perf tests in your repo. Add a simple script, e.g., to generate the review packet. Encourage developers to attach the packet summary to PR descriptions, not as a gate, as context. Track outcomes. Fewer review rounds, fewer escape defects, faster cycle time. Done well, parallel code review with GitHub Copilot CLI doesn't just speed things up, it helps your team build a habit of checking quality from multiple angles, early and with less friction. Simplifying Azure management with GitHub Copilot for Azure. Running prompts with LangChain. Top VS Code extensions for developers and DevOps engineers. Flag protected text with Azure AI content safety. Setting up Azure MCP server with VS Code.